where we have an opportunity to honor one of our board members as they depart this current role and step into other responsibilities, which is fine. I would like to first state that this is a resolution number 7 honoring Miguel Dwin. I'll first read this proclamation of sorts, this resolution, and then if would ask the board members if there's comments to offer those, and then definitely allow departing board member Dwin to have a few words, and if there's any expressions from members of the public to do so as well. Great. All right. Resolution recognizing the contributions of Miguel Dwin, Board of Trustees of the Emery Unified School District. Resolution 7, 2014-15. Whereas Miguel Dwin became a member of the Board of Trustees for the Emery Unified School District in 2005 and has worked tirelessly in the district to transform education and schooling as a vehicle for social change. And whereas Miguel Dwin worked to forge a common mission for our district, summarized by our 3 guiding principles. 1, we hold high academic, social, and professional expectations. 2, we create a sense of family. 3, we inspire and support innovation to end racist and classist practices. Whereas Miguel Dwin has taken a leadership role in creating a true partnership between the City of Emeryville and the Emery Unified School District that has evolved into a model of city-school cooperation and collaboration, including passage of the parcel tax, Measure A and K, for the Emery Unified School District with overwhelming support from the Emeryville community. Passage of Measure J to build the Emeryville Center of Community Life in order to develop modern school facilities that support equitable outcomes for students. And whereas Miguel Dwin made himself available to students, parents, staff, and community members to express their concerns and ideas to improve the district and foster a positive and welcoming school climate. And whereas Miguel Dwin built fiscal trustworthiness through opening up the business of the district to the public, creating transparency and accountability as a foundation for the trust. And whereas Miguel Dwin lent his considerable talents to the district by participating as a member of the Parcel Tax Committee before his service on the board. Whereas for all these reasons and many more, the Emery Unified School District is indebted to Miguel Dwin and thank him for all that he has accomplished in putting the district on the road to excellence. Now be it resolved that the governing board of the Emery Unified School District hereby recognizes Miguel Dwin for his sense of family, community, compassion, and dedication in revitalizing the Emeryville public schools and fostering a strong partnership between the city, the school district, and the Emeryville community. Adopted this 10th day of December 2014.
Thank you.
I guess you get it, huh? So, I'm like sitting here. I shouldn't be just sitting here, but I'd like to reserve final little comment from the board, if that's okay. But board members, I start to my, what's this, my left? John is standing.
You know what agenda item?
Please, go for it.
If my mic is on. Miguel, I'm really going to miss you because I've really appreciated your service on the board, and you've helped me learn how to be a board member. I think that throughout your service, I've always really appreciated your judgment. I mean, in terms of, and there are a lot of things that board members have to make judgments about: policy, people, practice, balancing, and you have excellent judgment. And you've always, your center has always been what's in the best interest of kids and what's going to work for our students. It's really going to be a loss to the district to have your institutional history of what how we got here, and your ability to your sort of personal knowledge and expertise around accounting and the numbers, and I mean, that's your day job too, is you're working for a big school district and numbers. So in many ways, it is a loss for the district, but you, I know, aren't going away, and you're going to continue to be here and support us. And you've made a commitment to me that you're willing to continue to help us out on the Finance Committee, which I think is really a tremendous offer that we want to take advantage of. And you know, I think we want to find other ways to continue to use you. But so don't go too far away. And yeah, I can't, you know, just really, a few minutes is not enough to express how honored we are to have had your service, and how appreciative I am personally of to have had you as a colleague.
Thank you.
All right. First, before I get to Miguel, Lisa, on these types of meetings, if I could have a box of tissue, that'd be really helpful. You should know by now. I'm going to be really short.
Miguel would have brought his own tissue.
So that I can try to keep it together. I mean, I think I don't need to say much about what you've added to the board as far as, yes, Lisa, you're the greatest. What knowledge you've brought to the board, and we can go on all night about everything that you bring to the school district and the community. I'd like to thank you personally. Just similarly to Josh, when I started on the board, it was very difficult. And I had a really hard time personally, and you were always there for a hug or a giggle or for me to make a quick jab at to lighten my mood. So I just, I appreciate you immensely, and I'm going to miss you.
As I sit here, I look out at the person who's going to have to fill that seat after you, and I feel for him. You know, they're going to talk about all the good things that you did, but I think to myself, starting on this board without having you there to help guide the new member along, it's going to be a loss and it's going to be a struggle. So if you can connect with Miguel and get him to mentor you and tell you things, you know, it's as one who tends to go his own way, you never once said any direction on how to vote, but on how to be a board member and decorum and getting along and things like that. I was really, really appreciative. And, you know, I think you were there from the moment I stepped up, and I can't even imagine doing this without having Miguel there to guide me at the beginning. And so, and I'm not in a place where I can take over that role, so stick around and help out any new person, and I'm not just talking about this one, I'm talking about the next 5. So,
Right.
you know, you will be missed. So thank you for all that you provided for me and, you know, the students in the school district. So.
Pressure.
No, I was just thinking. I had a feeling you were gonna call me next. No, I feel bad because I didn't know. I didn't know you were leaving. I didn't know. One, I want to thank you a lot because. Should I start? My first board meeting, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I just sat here for like the first 2 board meetings because I'm up here with a panel of adults, and adults scare me for a while. Then I get comfortable. And I just want to say, like, every meeting that we had, you were always there, and you always made me laugh. It was just something that you did. It made me laugh. Like I said, I feel bad because I didn't know you were leaving. I feel really bad. Well, you're not going anywhere, but like you're leaving the board, so yeah. And I mean, I just hope like the person who fills your spot is going to be here too. So we're gonna make a relationship too. You know, it's pretty cool. And yeah, okay. Next, please.
Well, I'll just, Miguel, who was my neighbor, however many years ago, 2005, before 2005, the two of us both applied for a position or this role on the school board, and I was seated at that time. He saw that it was a window of opportunity to actually try it in a different way. So he did make the commitment to be part of the Emery Unified School District, and for that I am entirely grateful. I think you have been a steward in so many ways, especially for from that financial aspect in which you have immense talent and worked tirelessly to bring ideas and tried and true practices from other from your district, home district, to Emeryville, so that we could benefit from all of those mechanisms in which such a tiny district as we are would highly value and definitely prove to be successful with. So I think, and even maybe brought along some talent from that district. Hi. So, so I think it's absolutely exciting to know that you have wonderful options in front of you moving forward, but definitely saddened by your departure here as a colleague here. But we do know that we never let anyone go without some type of string. So there's always an opportunity to stay friends and family as we've always been. So I am excited for you and the opportunities ahead of you, but at the same time, looking forward to welcoming our new board member and hope to add to our potpourri that we've always had on this board and in this district. So really excited for you and hope everything turns out in the way you would like for it to. So before we give you an opportunity, if there's any members of the public that wish to speak, if you could please come to the microphone. Thank you.
Is it on? Oh, good. My name is Juliet Dunn. I'm the Wellness Director for Emery Unified School District, and I've known Miguel for 9 years, the 9 years I've been here. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for a lot of things, but the biggest part of that thank you comes from the types of people that you brought to wellness so that we could do what we're doing now. Give you a little background, just a teens. Alameda County was called Oakland County. Alameda County was called Berkeley County. They had no idea that Emery existed because Miguel kept pounding on him and saying, there are other school districts that need money. There are other school districts that need resources. There are other school districts. Piedmont, San Leandro, and Emeryville got a share of mental health money that we wouldn't have had, and we've had it for the last 6 years. Got a share of Measure A money that we wouldn't have had. And it's very important when you're a tiny little school district to have somebody out there advocating for you, because nobody knows we exist unless we do some real big things, and we will never be Oakland, but we can be Emeryville. Second part, lifelong medical. One of the things that someone told me a long time ago was they would be a good place to go for the school-based health center. On my vacation, on a Christmas vacation, I got a call on a Saturday morning and said, you're going to go with me on Monday, and we're going down to Lifelong. And this was 9 years ago. And we're going to talk to them about Emery, and we're going to talk to them about getting a dental van, and we're going to talk to them about eye exams, and we're going to talk to them about a school-based health center. And I went, we are? And so I got up, got dressed, and we went down there and we talked to the director. And because of that, and because of our work, his work in recommending that we come down and do that, they are now our medical lead via Alameda County for the school located community health center, as well as we've gotten a dental van this year, and we're going to be doing dental screening on all the districts. I mean, at both schools in the district. So I wanted to thank you for having confidence in us. I also want to thank you for just advocating all the time, no matter what, and keeping us in the forefront of your mind for Emery Unified School District, because the kids are the ones who benefit, and that's what we're here for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joyce Jacobson, resident of Emeryville and also chair of the Parcel Tax Committee, Oversight Committee. I was going through my files the other day looking at old stuff about the Parcel Tax Oversight Committee, and there was a letter that we sent out to the community in 2003. And at that time, Miguel was on that committee. I believe it was the original committee because I didn't recognize most of the names. I don't have a very good memory for long-term stuff. And at that time, Tony Smith was the superintendent. And it just brought to mind, Miguel, how you have, as somebody's already mentioned, been there through the whole process where the old school board was recalled and a new school board was created and the parcel tax was voted in and we were in bankruptcy and digging out of that. And so you have been a very important person in this whole process. And like others, I want to thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you.
Betsy Cooley, resident. I also want to thank Miguel for everything that he's done. I've really been impressed with your expertise over the years and your dedication and also your work outside in the community. I know you've done a lot of work with ECAP and other things that have really benefited all of us, and certainly the students have always been your first priority. And so I really appreciate your time and effort, and you're going to really be missed. So thank you.
Hey, Miguel. Cheryl Webb. I just want to say thanks for being part of the history that pulled everything together and really made this district
We did it together.
come through, and we look forward to going and meeting together at the Center Community Life. I really look forward to that. I really admired, and you seem to always understand what it meant to be on a board, and that was something I always struggled with. And yet you still had your way of reaching out beyond the board in a way that was regional and in a way that I didn't see other people doing as much. So those connections, I think, were really helpful and integral on putting Emeryville and this district on the map in so many ways that it otherwise possibly couldn't have been. I do also know that your other community service, I do know things that you're very active in many different ways, in giving of yourself. And I wish you more time now to do that, because you won't have those thick volumes of paper to read. And, yeah, it's a lot of work, and I thank you for your dedication and really taking that work seriously and seeing the need originally and stepping forward, as with all of you people here and all the people in the audience that really are dedicated for the students. So, thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Just before we transition, if you don't mind. Miguel, just as a superintendent, you clearly are one of 5 very important people in my work life. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate not just your financial intellect, but your style, because you have style, and your communication style is wonderful, and it's friendly, and it's positive, and I just really thank you for all that.
Thank you.
Your turn.
Oh, you.
Your turn.
Well, I mean, I'm honored, you all. I mean, I wasn't expecting all these good accolades, but thank you very much. And again, I mean, I want to thank this whole district, this whole community, the city. You know, everyone has just been great to me the whole, I think, 11 years that I've been here, including the 9 on the board, 2 before joining the board. But it's been a great and marvelous ride. And the students have been wonderful. Matter of fact, this past weekend, I seen a former student in San Leandro, and we spoke for a little bit, had a nice little conversation. But what touched me the most, and it really touched me after I left him, his last words to me, he said, the mentoring paid off. And when he said that, and I walked away, I kind of thought, and I'm like, you know, because a lot of times when you're in this work, you really don't see any type of accomplishment, I guess, until you get out of it, because you're so wrapped up into, you know, one thing after another. But after he, you know, said that to me, and I walked away, I really thought about it. I'm like, well, that's what the work is all about. You know what I mean? It's about the kids, and it's about trying to help another individual be a good model citizen in our society. So if you know, if that's what it is, you know, I just, you know, thank God that I was able, you know, to do that and be some type of inspiration to the students here. This board has been great. I love all of you all. You guys are, I mean, well, I won't say guys, but you all are just great individuals. You know, it was a honor working with all of you all. You know, we worked as a family. We worked as a team. There was never any type of contentiousness between any of us, even though sometimes we may not agree. And I think that's the value of working together with people. And I think you all got to keep it up and, you know, keep doing the great work that you're doing. Don, congratulations. You're coming to a great board. I wish you all the luck. And as Kristen said, if you need my help, I'm always here for you. And that's also for the district. And, you know, as you all say, I'm not going anywhere. Anytime you need me, call me. If I can be here for you, I will. So thank you all.
So we'll essentially, he will be on a number of committees, so he knows that. He knows where we'll find him. We'll schedule ourselves with you, so we appreciate that. I know at this time we're to move to the administration of the oath of office, but
Can I make a motion?
oh,
Can we
you
move
know
to
what?
adopt the resolution?
I'm so glad. See, that's why it's a family, because I just read it and said it's done. All right, so I appreciate that motion. Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Any objections? No. Let's go roll call.
The person who reminded me to make the motion.
No, thank you.
Member Ash?
Absolutely.
Member
Yes.
Dwin?
Yes.
Member Williams-Muller?
Yes.
Vice President Affel?
Aye.
Madam President?
Aye, yes. I get both of them in there.
Can I read Mr.
Pats is an aye
Pats?
as well.
Member Pat?
It's one of those nights, right? Look, thank you so much. Thank you, Member Pats. Appreciate that. And again, thank you, Member Dwin. And I know now we are to go to item